want to do is exist. But with the constant pressure of beauty standards, it feels like existing isn't enough anymore. Now, this.
Okay, y'all. So I decided to do a video response. So this is a video response to Janae Danielle. I think that's her name. I apologize if I said her name right. Um, this video was put up in the same week I was talking about how I'm tired of people trying me on this channel. And I see it's happening everywhere. Like I'm not the only one going through this where it seemed like only white women are allowed to age in peace. That's what it seemed like. Like black women can't age in peace. Like it's like because we can't be blamed for other things, it's like, okay, I still want to take my anger out on you, so I'll go ahead and attack you because you're aging. I'll go ahead and try to find something about you to show that you're aging, and I'll use that as a weapon against you. Y'all, it's just really getting out of hand. So this is why there is a lot of white women is real comfortable about doing YouTube, but there's a lot of middle-aged black women that's like, I don't know if I want to do YouTube, or I don't know if I want to do TikTok because they can't be in their age. They can't even be comfortable with their age. They're aging in peace. And it's like, I don't owe nobody, I don't owe anyone an apology for aging, for visible aging. I don't owe nobody an apology for that. So y'all, we're about to get on video, okay, y'all? We're about to get on video. Let me get on video here. Okay. And this is a topic I want to talk about. Okay, this topic I want to talk about, getting deeper. It's like if you are a woman of color, and let's say that there's something obviously beautiful about you, but somebody can see some aging on about you. Like let's say the younger generation can see a little bit of aging. It's like, oh, I'll just grab onto that. I think that people are showing passive aggressive jealousy through attacking any visible aging of older women, especially older black women. The younger generation is feeling a little bit jealous of some of us older women. And so the way they're showing their jealousy by attacking the little bit of aging that we may be showing in spite of how old we are. Okay? And it's not just young women doing that. It's men. It's literally black men too. Now, I can only speak on my own community, but what I can say, that when I go to the white community, they don't really care about aging. Like, I could go ahead and read a poem and ain't nobody gonna talk about how fast or slow I'm aging. That won't be the subject. But I notice in the black community, there's a lot of aging watching going on, monitoring each other's aging process, and I'm picking this up intuitively. And it's almost like in the black community, if people get jealous of you and they can't find anything bad to say about you, they can always mention your age if you have gray in your hair. Okay? And it's just wow. It's almost like you're not allowed to have a missing tooth if you're a woman. If you are a woman, a black woman, you're not allowed to have gray in your hair. You're not allowed to be wrinkled. You're not even allowed to have a deep voice or a raspy voice that shows you're aging. You're not allowed to have a thin hairline that shows you're aging. You're not allowed to have a little poofa. It's like all this nitpicking is making middle-aged women say, not only am I going to get in my rest energy, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just bail on the whole black community forever. Y'all, and if that happens, there's going to be a lot of middle-aged black women who are going to be taking some knowledge straight to the grave. It's not working in the favor of young people of younger people, because I'm still young. I'm young compared to 80-year-old, 70-year-old, 65-year-old. Okay. The point is, it's not working in nobody's favor who's in their 20s and 30s to be sitting up there attacking older people. How is that working out for you? Like, what benefit do you get from that? Like, you're not getting more money. You're not getting that. See, we were so worried about getting the bag in the 90s. We didn't even have the time to be insulting some random 40-year-old woman walking up the street. We wasn't in that energy in the 90s. But it's shocked to see that there's teenagers even doing it. That there's teenagers and 20-year-olds like, ew, that's gross. Ew, they said hi to me, you're gross. Because somebody's older. Like, that is such a low vibration to have when you're only in your 20s. Like, serious, like. And then what's crazy, if you tell the younger generation, like, hey, like, I'm just being, so why are you disrespecting me because of my age? They'll say, I don't have to respect my elders. And you're like, first of all, I'm older than you, but I'm not an elder like you're saying it. Like, I'm not even in my 60s or 50s, so why are you saying like elders? If I'm an elder, then everybody in their 60s and 70s must be dead. They must be like, I'm not saying that. You must be saying, I don't have to respect my dead folks about them. Like, you know what, the 40 and 50-year-olds do not like to be grouped with 80-year-old people. We don't want to be labeled old, like people are calling them, like, oh, we're in retirement. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Especially when some of us still able to have kids. We still have young kids we're raising. We still have our uterus, eggs, and whatever, or we still got some plumpness to our breasts, period. we still got a booty that's sitting kind of high, and it's like, oh, you're attacking me and bullying me and saying I'm old. Like, y'all, I'm telling you no lie. I'm telling you no lie. And then it's like, oh, if people can't attack us because we're older, they will give us a name that is still an attack, like auntie. Knowing that it's tied to my age. Otherwise, they would be calling some of these white women auntie, who are just as sassy and smart, who are middle-aged, but they don't call them auntie. A white woman can sit on YouTube and be sassy. A light-skinned woman like Beyonce and J-Lo can be sassy. Nobody will say auntie in the house. And J-Lo is extremely sassy, and she does have what people call an attitude. No one calls her auntie, though. No one calls her auntie. And like people were saying, like, nobody calls Beyonce auntie, but everybody's calling Mary J auntie. Because people are trying to say that Mary J look old and Beyonce don't. And I'm like, how don't Beyonce look old? Okay, because she got all kind of work done and Mary J went the natural route, you're going to call Mary J old, and you're not going to call Beyonce old because she didn't got nose job, all kind of stuff done. Like, I thought you call people old because of their age. Then why don't you call Beyonce old? Beyonce is in her 40s or something. Beyonce's kind of up there now. So why is everybody not calling her old? Why ain't nobody bullying her? Like, why? Because in the Black community, old is also chosen. The attack on older people is chosen due to skin color. It's still colorism. It's colorism and texturism involved in bullying older women of color. If I sat here and I had a relaxer in my hair and I had bleached out skin like Kim, all right, nobody would be sitting up there saying, hi, ma, grandma, or whatever. Would nobody be saying that? So I personally feel that it's not just attacking age, it's assigning age according to colorism and texturism. That because only people I see in featureism, only people I see being called old is people that got more African black features like Mary J. The women who are older with fuller lips or fuller features like Oprah and Mary J. People are calling them old. And to me, that's like saying, "Oh, you like the beginning of the gorillas or the apes. You old before we evolved." That to me, that's like subliminal message of saying that woman looks as old as the apes. Like that's what's coming through intuitively to me. I still think that it's low-key featureism involved in treating middle-aged, disrespecting and bullying middle-aged women. Because I know when I looked in some of the pictures of people who have attacked me on this channel, they happen to be women with thinner lips, smaller noses. Often they're light-skinned women or biracial in their profile pics, and they have wavy hair. And they're calling me old and auntie. So that tells me right there that they are possibly jealous of my glowy skin, but they want to find something different about our features and our hair to say I'm old and they're not. They're basing them being youthful on the European standards. Because it's 30-year-old women calling 40, 50-year-old women old. Like, why are you calling somebody auntie and old? You're in 30s, they're in their 40s. No, you don't get to call me ma and auntie. You don't even get to call me Miss V if you're in your 30s. Like, why are you doing that? Like, I told some women on this channel, no, you can call me Victoria. And they got stone cold silent. They felt some type of way that they could not call me Miss V. Even though they are in their 30s. Okay, I'm like, what? Really? But the funny thing about it is when a man is in his 40s, women don't call him old. Women don't attack and insult men and say, "Oh, sit your butt down, old auntie, old uncle. Uncle need to sit down with his dried up butt." Don't nobody say that to old looking dudes or older men who got gray hair. And I'm trying to understand why women don't know that sperm ages just like eggs. So to sit up there and say, well, I'm going to call you old because I know the age of your eggs, because that's also why older women are attacked by younger women, because they think they got some kind of one-up with their eggs. Like, everybody wants their eggs. Not everybody want your eggs. But anyway, that's a different discussion. Younger women think think they can say you're old as to put out there, everybody her eggs is old, to imply that, but not saying it because it's tasteless, but still say it. Okay? But yet they don't say that about old men, as if their sperm don't have abnormalities, or if their sperm ain't old, as if their genitals ain't old and weak. To me, when someone calls a middle-aged woman old and you're younger, you're trying to program the minds of listeners who's around that older woman. You're trying to get them to focus on anything about her that looks like she's aging. You're trying to distract people from what is beautiful about her. It is manipulation to do that. If it wasn't manipulation, why can't younger women and older women just talk? Like, why can't we just talk? Why the age got to come in? Why? Because younger women are still secretly insecure next to attractive older women. And they will find a way to say, even though you're an attractive older woman, you're old and I'm not. And I think that is so petty, okay? I think that is so petty, y'all. It's unbelievable, okay? It's like saying, yeah, I'm not going to say you're unattractive, Miss V, but I'm going to say that you're old in a way where I'm not saying it, or I'll say, oh, you're old, so that people can try to find something about you that look old and everybody will focus on that. Y'all, I'm a highly wise person, and I know how manipulative the mind can be when it comes to discrimination of any kind, which includes ageism. Okay. Which includes ageism. So, for example, when I was getting on this channel and I was looking all simple and basic, half the women wasn't even speaking to me on this channel. I'm going to keep it real. Okay? I mean, they were speaking to me. They were speaking to me. When I was basic and really wasn't leveling myself up live on videos, women were like, hey, what's up? Hi, Ms. V. But when I started showing up recently with my makeup done and my hair done in full glow mode and with colorful stuff on, all of a sudden, the female community went more silent on this channel. Because in my channel, there is some women under 45 on this channel. I know for a fact because I met a few. And they feel some type of way. They like me. They like me more into old energy. They like me more into old energy. They feel like when I look like this, I'm not acting my age. But it's like, did I tell you my age? No. Do you have a physical age clock to tell me what my true age is? No. Okay. So it's like, oh, I don't really want to talk to you now, Ms. V, because you celebrating your beauty full throttle mode. And I'm triggered by that because I liked it when you looked more like the stereotype poster child of old school hermit auntie energy. I liked you like that. We were cool. But it's like now, Ms. B, I don't know. You vain. Oh, I'm picking it up intuitively. Her energy changing. No, my energy didn't change. My energy didn't change. Jealous, young ass female. Younger female. It didn't change. I stepped into my power, regardless of how old you tell me I am. And if this puts off an energy that I'm vain, that you triggered, the younger girls don't want to talk to me no more, then get the fuck out of here because you was only fucking with me because you thought you had something on me because you thought that I was looking my age. Period. Yo. Woo. This is For Real Friday. For real. You know how we have Tell It Tuesday? This is For Real Friday. This is Fuck It Friday, okay? Fuck it. If you don't want to fuck with me, because I'm telling the cold hard truth, then fuck it and fuck off. That's what you can do, okay? Fuck it and fuck off. Y'all, excuse the language, but I just had to keep it real, y'all. I'm having some lemon water. Y'all about to put me a little bit of OJ and whiskey in here because it's getting about that time. It's almost 2 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna put a little. I'm like, fuck it. I ain't trying to get on somebody's good side by toning myself the fuck down and lower in my vibe. No, fuck it. You'll fuck with me, then fuck it. You know, that's how I feel about it, y'all. Fuck it and go fuck yourself if you don't fuck with me. Woo, child. But fuck it and go fuck yourself or get somebody to fuck you to fuck with you. Go do that if you don't fuck with what I'm saying. Because I already know that some people are saying she insecure. That's why she's saying this shit. Look at me. Do it look like I gotta be insecure up in this motherfucker? No, I don't. Okay? No, I don't. No. Okay? I pull every gender out here. Okay? I pull gay women, transgender, straight men, down low dudes, biracial, because I'm that fucking fine for my age. Period. Okay, if I wanted to switch up my sexuality and have some other shit, I could get it just like that. Okay, so So my point is, this ain't about being insecure. This is about, I'm trying to speak for all the older women who it's like, let me be beautiful in my effing age. Okay? The reason why I don't want you to tell me what my age is, because bitch, I don't see it. That's why I don't want you to tell me. I don't want you to tell me that, hey, do you know you really in your 50s or your 40s? Bitch, I don't see it. So why do I have to say that I am? Why do I have to say you're young and I'm old? If I don't see it, if the dudes out in these streets don't see it, if the camera don't damn see it, okay, then I don't have to claim it. I don't have to claim it. And you attacking me and insulting me, it's not gonna make me claim that age, okay? It's not. When I get off YouTube, I'ma still look in the mirror and be like, damn, babe, your skin look good, hair look good, everything look good. Wow, I don't see a bunch of crow's feet. You ain't real wrinkled up. Bitch, please, go ahead. You want me to age with you. Obviously, you want to lower me down to your fast-ass aging that you're having in your 20s. You're mad because you see that I'm aging in reverse and your ass is still aging forward and you're only in your 20s. That's why the fuck you mad. That's why you want to put my age number out there for the public. Let me say that again. You want to sit up there and try to mention my age number and try to remind me of my age number because you see that I'm aging in reverse and your ass is aging faster. Okay? All right. And you can see it. And you can see it. So you trying to slow down my aging by programming my mind to think my numbered age. But bitch, I'm never going to think my number age. You can say that damn spell work, devil number shit, because there was no clocks once upon a time. Our ancestors didn't think about that shit. So why the hell I got to think about a clock with my age? Why? Why do I have to think about a clock with my body? Bitch, you can. I don't want to. That's why you aging faster. The younger generation is so obsessed with time, they don't even know. That's why they're aging. They're looking dried up and with no glow. Okay? We might have had bodies of fully grown women in the 20s, but damn it, we was glowing. Damn it, we didn't look faded. We did not look faded. Okay? And we looked older in the body in the 20s because we looked like we had really mature bodies because we was eating right. And we was moving around a lot, so we was super fit. And I don't know why people want to think that being fit is old. Like, oh, if you're a woman and you're ripped, you're old. I have to be a skinny female out here that's nothing but bones to be young. I can be thick as I want to be and still be old. Just because I am thick do not mean I'm somebody's fucking auntie. Period. I notice all the thick women is being called auntie. Mary J is thick. Oprah is thick. Okay? What the hell? All the big lip, big nose women is thicker than the Snickers being called auntie. Bitch, you auntie. You the crackhead auntie with your bones. I'm talking to the jealous women, younger women who want to attack older women who are thick with big lips and big noses and big fros or got features that are like rural motherland looking. No, you don't. You crackhead auntie. You're crackhead auntie in your 20s. So you can call me neck bones and greens auntie all the fuck you want, but you crackhead auntie then. Because you're real skinny. And I'm just saying, y'all. I'll survive a fast faster than you. I'll survive a couple of winters faster than your ass. Okay? I could be homeless longer than you. I'm just saying, y'all. I can survive the winter season longer than you. Don't get it twisted, okay? Fat has a purpose too. All this, oh, get the fat off your body, fat, fat, fat. I know 90-year-old thick ass women walking without walkers in the retirement home right now with all their brains. Plenty of them were walking around me. Water in your body is necessary. If muscle determined like, oh, you looking young, why the hell is these muscular people dropping like flies did? They ain't that damn young in the heart. Their heart is old as fuck. Everybody with firm, tight skin ain't young. Inside, they might be old as hell, dried up. Okay? And this is why it's like, let's stop going by the clock. Because if I go to the doctor right now, 9 times out of 10, half of these young people, their blood work will be bad, mine will be good. My shit is flawless. I don't got no medication up there. I don't got no medication. I don't have no Tylenol. I don't have no necessary Tylenol. I don't have no blood pressure medicine. I don't have no cholesterol. Not a damn thing. Okay? Not a damn thing. I'm even beating premenopause without shit up in here. So the point that I'm saying is younger girls need to stop coming for us and let us help you before you end up being stuck like Chuck or stuck like Sherry when you're our age, because we didn't took the secrets to the grave and we don't really fuck with y'all. Okay? If this continues, there's going to be a lot of 80-year-old women 30, 40 years from now to be like, no, I don't help no young folks. Kiss my ass. There's going to be some bitter old women out here. Okay? If the younger generation keep on attacking the 40 and 50-year-old women, in about 40 years, when this economy is so trash, it's beyond repair, we didn't have we got to stay indoors because the sun is too strong. Those old women gonna be like, let them burn. Fuck them. That's what they gonna say. Y'all didn't respect me 40 years ago. So y'all asses can stay out there and burn. I don't got no basement and attic for you to sleep in. I don't got that shit for you. That's what's gonna happen. Okay? Because in 2030, the sun is supposed to be unbearable. Okay? Y'all better start praying. Y'all better start praying instead of worrying about raggedy ass Trump and all them people. Start praying for the next 5 years, because there's gonna be some states when people gonna be burning to death, roasted. Okay, we're gonna find people burnt to death out in them streets. 2030, they said, based upon the weather report and statistics, with the weather, the sun is gonna be way too hot for people to be out there. It's going to be deadly. Look it up, y'all. 2030. Okay? We already 2025. That's it in your head. So instead of worried about our asses, you need to be trying to get a secure shelter and secure you a motherfucking man that can get you a safe place to live so that you can make it through the possible shut out. They saying that the electricity and on the internet might go down and all that type of stuff. Okay? And, it might be like straight shutdown momentarily because the sun and all that, and then they got to fix everything. But but still, people ain't going to be able to go out there. They're saying that sunscreen's not even going to work. Okay? So instead of worrying about us brown skin sisters or dark skin sisters, you need to worry about whether your light skin ass is going to make it out there. Because the bottom line is that it's a lot of non-brown skin women that keeps on attacking older brown skin women. The most attacks I get is from women. It's normally younger women who want to put me in the old box. And they're normally like mixed race, light skin, or whatever. Y'all need to stop worrying about us. And y'all need to go ahead and get y'all a stable ass crib before you roast out here. Because we're going to survive that 2030 sun longer than your light skin butt. I'm just calling it what it is. I don't sunburn. I don't burn. I don't burn. The creator made me just dark enough that I don't really get hurt by the sun. My body loves the sun. It just makes me better. And I don't even burn. So I'm just like, oh, okay. You can worry about hurting my heart about my age. But in 5 years, I'm gonna have the last ass laugh, okay? I'm gonna have the last laugh. What I'm doing right now, aging in reverse and losing weight, getting fit and shit, I'm gonna look younger and I'm gonna be able to take that hot sun longer than you. Y'all, I'm unapologetic now. People say, why she coming like this? It does say Victoria Unfiltered. Check the channel name. Y'all. I'm trying to see if I still got makeup on. Y'all, why is makeup so hard to get off? Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I don't play about that. I'm gonna get my wipes. Be back, y'all. I still got I didn't wash my face like 2 times. Y'all know I don't play. Yeah, this still makeup. I'm trying not to bust the blood vessels under my eyes. Yeah. Okay. There was still a little bit of makeup on me. I might have to put some olive oil on to get the layer. Olive oil on my eyes to get the layer off. All right, y'all. But as I was saying, people want to try to step us out of our power by saying, oh, you know what? That was a nice download. You're wise, but auntie, you're old. And it's like, okay, you try to bring me off my horse. You try to bring my horse down, baby. You try to bring my horse down. That shows that you obviously ain't getting no love out here like you claim you are for your young age. You're not. Because why you trying to bring me down? Obviously, you lonely. Hi, everybody. I noticed that YouTube is promoting my member videos. So what I find is happening with YouTube, I figured out something about YouTube. YouTube promotes the videos in which they make the most money from, that people watch a lot of. So let's say you have videos on your members list and they have a lot of traffic. You know, like people play those videos, or those were your popular videos, or people pay for a lot of membership. YouTube will put those on the front page. So I really think that you have to keep a lot of your videos public in order to keep the algorithm promoting you. It's just something I noticed, because I saw that YouTube put a video of mine on the front page today. So I was like, oh, wow. Y'all, I'm about to go ahead and put me a little bit of, I'll be back, y'all. Put a little bit of whiskey in the drink. Boy, you never find another love as good as this. So you better represent. 'Cause my love is the actions speak louder than words. I'll take a little trip. I'll be the one to get you in your life. Boy, you'll never find another love as good as this. So you better represent. 'Cause my love is the bomb, baby. Bomb, baby. All right. I put a little bit of whiskey in there, y'all. I told y'all I have a splash of whiskey every day, or at least 4 days a week, to keep the doctor away. Fire water. That's what The Native Americans called it firewater. And they did trade for some whiskey at times when the Europeans came. They did, y'all. All right. But yeah, I find it's a grapefruit type of day. Grapefruit Friday, y'all. That's what I'm calling it. The grapes. The grapes of Friday. Yeah, but anyway, it just gets it, and okay, if some of y'all wondering like, did she got a little whiskey in the drink? Yes. In some countries like Ireland, London, and all that, they do have wine with their lunch. They do have wine with their food. So it's not something that's abnormal to have a small glass of wine or something or whiskey with your afternoon food or afterwards. Cause I just ate, y'all. So basically I'm having I forget what it's called, but it's a certain name for it when you have a drink after. Basically we're in the brandy room. It's like the brandy room. But anyway, as I was saying, so the video, I showed it in the beginning. Y'all just gonna have to replay it for people who just coming in here. It's a video response. This video was a video response to older women being bullied. And it's like, it's of course the older women being bullied online. Okay. And the fact that so many younger women and middle-aged dudes bullying older women online, it just goes to show what they're thinking out in these streets. Okay. So this is why when I go out here, I noticed that some young girls are real standoffish, and that's their way of trying to energetically bully me like they would if we was online. If we was online, they would probably say something. But because we offline, they know that hands can get thrown. So they want to sit there and be like, I'm protecting my energy from this old lady. And I'm looking like, have you looked in the mirror though? Like you're faded. You're literally faded, Miss Lady. But you're like you gotta protect your energy from me because I got gray in my hair. Oh, you got gray in your hair, protecting my energy. And it's like, I should actually protect my energy from you because you're like ageism. And I don't know why people don't realize that people can tell what you're looking at when you look at them. When you look at me, I can tell whether you're looking here, whether you're looking here, whether I can see what you're staring at. So if you stare at my hair, and I can tell your eyes is staring right here, okay? And then you go like, oh, I'm gonna stand off. I'm gonna go ahead and fall back. I already know that you're doing ageism because of my gray. I already know you just said in your head, oh, that's a middle-aged woman in spite of her glow. She got gray. I'm gonna go ahead and stand away because she toxic. And it's like, you don't even know me. I'm automatically toxic because I have gray in my hair. I literally been gray since my 30s. I used to color my hair in my 30s. I stopped coloring my hair like around 40. And it's like, what? This guy put a video up on YouTube and he said, stop telling people your age. And this is the black guy because he said it's getting out of hand. People are just thinking they can treat you a certain way because of your age. They thinking they can. They think they know you. This is how narcissistic the world is getting. That they actually think they got you all figured out because they think they guessed your age right. Like that is so. Woo! That's how far the narcissism went. Like we never did that. We never said, oh, I think by your crow's feet on your face, you're in your 50s and you're probably a toxic generation. So they're going to talk to you. I'm going to stay far from you. We was never in that energy in the 90s. I think the lower generation, Z or whatever, Z or Q or whatever, it needs to be Generation Q quiet, because I think there needs to be some more damn quiet in the new generation, the young generation. Need to be Generation Q. For this is your cue to be quiet. I think the young generation in their 20s need this. This is your cue. Let's call you Generation Q. Because this is your cue to be quiet and quite out of my energy. But anyway, this is effing Friday, y'all. Um, I think the younger generation is like, their narcissism is growing too fast, and it's being whooped and distorted and manifested in other ways that is actually pretty disturbing. Now, I thought it was just them constantly having to take selfies. I thought it was them constantly having to brag about every single thing that they got. Every new sneaker, every new huggy boots or whatever. Bragging, taking pictures of all that. But now I realize it's also thinking that they can just constantly speak on the older generation like they experts on our energy and don't even know us out in these streets. But then want to say, oh, I need help now. Can you help me? No, I don't want to help you. I don't want to help you. You spent all summer side-eyeing me and acting like I was toxic and like you need to protect your energy. And now that you stuck, you missed the bus. You ain't got no lunch money. You ain't got no ride to the game. After school games, you want to sit there and be like, hey, neighbor, hey, can you give me a ride? No, I can't help you. You was in protecting your energy from me all winter long, and now you want to come out in the summer and can't get around, and you want me to give you a ride to the football game? No, young buck. Get your young buck boo and your friends to take you. Because those are the ones you never say nothing about, even though they stay on their phone while they're in your company. Like, I always find it weird that the young generation want to attack us, but we don't be sitting on our phone like that in their presence. But they won't even attack their own generation and literally being snubbed by their own friends, snubbing them and say nothing. I had to talk with my daughter about that. I said, how come y'all snub each other and y'all all good with that? Like, y'all just sitting beside each other like y'all just two people on a park bench, two random people on a park bench, and yet y'all still got the utmost respect for each other. But I didn't say nothing but try to help you get through something, and you're like, no, I'm wrong. I don't gotta hear you. And I don't snub you. I give you full attention. I sit the phone down and give you full attention. And yet, soon as I go to show some concern for your health and give you advice, you got to protect your energy. It's like, wow, you need to protect your energy from your friends who are snubbing you, who post pictures of you on their Facebook without your permission, who's secretly plotting to take your boyfriend by pretending that they're just a third wheel with you when you're with your man. When really, they're trying to show your man that they're better than you. Y'all, I'm telling you. The young generation is in the war of their life, and they're so worried about us. The younger generation is in the war of their life. Y'all, a lot of, I'm serious, because a lot of men is choosing to be single. A lot of young men, they don't want to marry. So what y'all young women going to do? What y'all young women going to do in the future? since a lot of young guys are like, marriage is not beneficial for a man, it's toxic. I want to keep all my money. I don't want no kids. And then some of y'all young girls want kids. So while you're like losing years, years of your ovaries are going by waiting on that one guy that may decide to be old fashioned with you, you're worried about my old butt? You're worried about my old butt. No, you need to be worried about that issue. Okay? Because back in the 90s, we had pickings of men. A lot of men was out there like, I'm trying to get with somebody. I'm trying to get with somebody. Nowadays, these men is like, They just don't want to come out their pockets like that for the young girls. Or they want you to go half on it. Can you go half on it? Can you go half on it with the young guys? If you can't, they're not trying to take you out to dinner. They're not. The time of being taken out to 5-star dinners and stuff without guaranteed of putting out, that time is over. A lot of y'all young women being pushed into like single woman Amish energy without a possible spouse for a long period of time. And y'all are so worried about talking about my age and other older women's age. Because in the real truth, to be honest, women my age, we just ain't thirsty like that. We didn't been there and done it. We didn't got married. Like my older sisters say, we didn't effed and all that. And they didn't came, I didn't came. We didn't did that. Estrogen ain't ruling me. I'm not a puppet to estrogen. I don't know why people don't realize that high estrogen levels tend to do mind control, sexual energy control over women. I'm not saying that higher estrogen isn't working in your favor, but it's not really good for you when you don't have a male to ground your sexual energy, or you don't have a older woman to ground your sexual energy, because the estrogen is making you sexually messy. And that's just the truth. Docile. It makes you docile. It makes you a little puppetized by the male energy. It makes you too willing to cater to their energy, and then you don't have no self-respect. You might lose self-respect. So younger women need to realize they still really need older women, okay, to keep their mind on track when the estrogen is doing mind control, mind and genital control, and not when not when it needs to happen. Okay, this is real talk. So, I personally find I find this age I am the age, if I could have had this mind in my 20s, oh my goodness, I probably had the most richest successful life, one of the richest successful life. But the reason why it's hard to get here is that you got to climb years to get to that point. And estrogen kind of blocks you from the wisdom that you can get that's also of the emperor. When you're an empress, you have access to the wisdom of the emperor and the queen because you're done climbing. And so because you're putting your energy into your community work, it's not that easy for the devil to get you. So you may say, oh, I'm age number younger than you. but mentally, I'm in a better place than you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, I don't have to force myself to be alone. I don't have to say, oh, I need some alone time. I have to actually convince myself to be around more people because being alone comes natural when you're an empress. It doesn't feel like alone. It doesn't feel like that. You know, a lot of older women will tell you it's kind of like that's just your day. It's just, they're just so focused on other stuff, so much other stuff, that your mind is far from like what a man is what a man is doing. If he going to call, you're not like, why didn't he call me? How come he didn't call after the day? You're not even like in that energy. You're not. Um, you're not even thinking like, if I go out with a man, is he gonna think I'm attractive? We're like so past that. We're just so past that. We don't really give a damn because we've learned to count on ourselves for that type of thought. Okay, for that type of feeling about ourselves. We know to turn there first to ourselves, and we do that all day. It just comes natural. We learned as we climbed with the aging. Okay. All right. I plan to do workshops talking to younger women and getting them to understand that um you could be young looking as you want to be, but if you don't have the emotional groundedness, the social emotional groundedness that empresses have most of the time, and I'm not talking about the ones with early onset dementia, I'm talking about the ones that don't have dementia. If you don't have their type of emotional groundedness, then you're pretty much still kind of like going through a muddy life. Okay, muddy like, oh, this person, that person, this person, that person, this person. Um, so instead of beating us up and bullying us, you need to have time to get us to help you to get to that type of ability to check ourselves in flow state when we're being tested. Like I've talked to younger women and it's like they don't be checking themselves in the middle of the social interactions, and it's like they be all over the place sometimes, like even on the phone. And I know that's just like the estrogen just got them all like that. You know, the estrogen is so ridiculously high that they're not getting enough of the masculine energy to ground them, and by them not having a masculine man, a grounded masculine man, they can't get grounded like they should. So I started like not being judgmental and critical of younger women when I'm on the phone with them, when I'm around them, because I can remember when I was like that and it was happening more days, like daily almost. So I wish I had known what I know now, because I would have definitely had the utmost respect. Well, I didn't have disrespect for older people. We didn't do that back then. But I would have at least been like really excited to learn from the older women without saying you're old, without trying to bully them and hey, you're old, without saying, oh, you need to treat me like a kid because you're old and I'm not, without doing any of that, but just pretty much just learning from them, you know, and waiting to them for them to offer the help. You know, we are in a generate time period now where young women are like, hey, you look older than me, so you should automatically just help me and step into that energy of old lady, help me and help this young woman. And it's like, why do I have to step in that energy? Oh, because you're younger than me. Like, maybe I don't want to help anybody right now, regardless of how old you say I am. Like, why does people think every empress should be the helpful grandma, the helpful auntie, the old head to the rescue? No, we all don't want that energy. Okay, not all the time. And that energy can age you physically, visibly. So this is why I don't chase the you be my child, you're like a child, I'm like your mom, I'm like your grandma. I don't chase that energy with random people, and I don't do that often because I already know what comes with that is looking old. And I don't want that. All right, y'all, this was an interesting video. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to let me know. If you'd like to send a cash appreciation donation, you can send it to my cash app at Coach V Hunter. I'm thinking about doing a YouTube channel in which is all video responses because I love to respond to videos. But you know what's funny about that video I showed? Some of y'all may not know the video I showed. You're just going to have to replay this video to see it. If I uploaded a video and I was as sassy about this subject, older women being bullied by younger people, people would be like, she's just jealous and insecure. She bitter. That's what people would say. But she didn't get said that. Nobody said that to that lady. Nobody said that to this young lady in the video. I'll show y'all the video. Nobody said that to her. No, why? Because she's younger. She couldn't possibly be bitter about her age. She couldn't possibly be bitter that the fact that a younger, older woman is still pulling them, like she pulling them, or still pulling good-looking men, or she look like she can. That younger woman cannot possibly be bitter about that, right? Woo! She couldn't possibly be insecure and jealous because she's young talking on that subject. Everybody will listen to her. She allowed to talk about what us older women are going through because she's younger. But if older women talk about how we're treated, we're bitter, we're angry, we need to shut up and just go ahead and die alone with our mouth shut about it. Right? Y'all, I told y'all it's effing Friday. It's effing Friday. That's how people... Oh, thank you very much, Ryan. Ryan, we need to have tea. Okay? Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome when you're part of the gang. Everything is awesome. I'm thinking about the Lego movie. Everything is awesome. Yeah. We want to be awesome too. We want to be a part of the gang. We want to be a part of it. We got some awesomeness to add too. Shoot. Just because I'm old don't mean I'm not awesome. It's like, I feel like people be like, you're old. Stop trying to be awesome. I'm like, I'll be awesome if I want to be. Y'all, I'm going through that right now. I'm in writing groups, and because I am one of the older ones in the groups, and I'm a woman of color, I'm not allowed to be awesome. I should show up to these groups far behind because maybe I was born before black people could write and read. So I should show up not that smart about reading and writing because I might be that old. I swear to goodness, sometimes people be putting me in a box as if I was born before Martin Luther King or something. I'm like, no, I'm not in my 60s. Don't put me there. I'm not 70, bro. I'm not 70. So stop talking to me like I might got some problems with writing. Okay. Maybe I learned some stuff from my grandma, that only was as good as old Susanna. Maybe that's the only thing I knew. I didn't know how to write no poetry. Y'all, what I went through today was just like, here we go, I'm being bullied. Here we go. The lady that was running the workshop, She looked like she is maybe in her 30s. And she said, wow, I don't know how you did that fast. I mean, wow, what do you have, a natural ability or something? It was like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be like half out of my mind because I look older than you. I'm supposed to be like this black person that didn't have resources. There wasn't that many resources when I was growing up, so I should not be smart about literature like you. Because I'm old. Because I'm old. Y'all, that lady basically suggested that I was old. I was too old to be as good at literature as I was. And I was just like, wow, you do know that there was people in my generation that was actually reading books. That all of us wasn't at the nightclubs every day of the week. Not all of us was running in these streets in the 90s. Some of us was at home reading Maya Angelou. Some of us was at home reading books by Gwendolyn Brooks. Some of us was at home with the whole collection by Langston Hughes laying beside us in the bed at night, dreaming and reading a poem, What Happens to a Dream Deferred. Some of us was reading that poem every night before bed. What happens to a dream deferred? Somebody said, do I have the writers for it? I don't know what you're saying. What poem you talking about? What poem? I'm supposed to live a long life. Long life. Somebody said, do I have the writer's fork? No, I don't think so. But that doesn't determine it. It's my fortune. It's my fortune. All parts of my chart, every single part, north, south, east, west. Writer in the house. I got the perfect placement for being an exceptional editor in writing. I got the perfect placement for stream of consciousness writing, being able to access ideas from the other side. Okay. Being able to connect with old souls, old geniuses, people that, you know, have come before us who were poets and artists. I have those placements. So, and my placements in my chart shows that I'm a natural expert at meditating without having to do much. Like I can get into the meditation energy within seconds. I can sit here and be like, and I'm there. Even my eyes is open, I'm like there. I'm in that dimension. Okay, even though I might be here, I'm still there. I could be in two dimensions at one time. So that's why, and then by writing and the arts being my fortune, of course they're going to help me with that, you know. All right. No, left-handed people aren't really. It's the right-handed for poets. It's the right-handed. And you're saying left-handed because you're thinking of air energy. I'm a Libra rising. I told you I have the perfect placements of genius writer. Perfect. Flawless. I'm even a Libra rising. What more can you ask for? I'm a Libra rising. I mean, I rise a writer, baby. I wake up like writer in the house. Yeah, you don't need the writers for most great exceptional writers. It's their fortune, and I keep telling people that it's their fortune. Okay, and they're normally highly, extremely psychic. They got to have very significant psychic placements in their chart, and they normally have a rising sign that is a writer. The rising sign, because your rising sign always determines how you will connect with society, how you will get your ideas and your downloads. It also determines critical to your destiny. By me being a Libra rising, which rule the pens, Libra rules the pens, baby. Okay. Period. And I got very, very significant Pisces placement. And Pisces is the resident poet. Okay? Pisces is the resident poet, baby. Pisces, and I got the most significant Pisces placement. Okay? I got the most significant Pisces placement. I'm actually mostly a Pisces. Okay. All right. I keep telling people, if you want to know, just go to your chart. Go to your chart. Okay? Because in my placements is spiritual and writer, it means that writing comes exceptional. I'm talking about genius writing. I'm not talking about hobby writer, because I'm not a hobby writer. I'm a pro. Okay? Over the last 2 months, I wrote 400 pages of just poetry. Doesn't include the rest. I wrote a whole lot. Okay, before I even showed up on this video today, I already wrote 2 poems and they're done. They were done within 10 minutes. Exceptional. I know I'm writing exceptional when I'm writing it. It's not like I'm saying, oh, is this good? Do I need validation? Like, I already know, because I'm in tune with the other side. So they're telling me, yeah, that, intuitively. It's like some sort of intuitive connection that's going on. Even family members helping me. Somebody said on the 19th. What is the 19th? What does that got to do? Okay. My lifeline is long. I mean, from what the palm reader told me, she said, you're going to live a long life. And she said, I'm always going to have what I need. And I've had all my lives, I was always able to get money, and money will always come to me in this life. That's what the palm reader said. She said, I'm fated to always have my needs met in this life. Because she said, because I was an angel before. So I'm here to do angel work. And the angels are very poetic, as you know from the Bible. So, no. I don't know what you're talking about, dear. My entire birthday is historical. The entire birthday is historical. It's ridiculous, y'all. Like, my year is significant to somebody famous, what you call famous female. My whole birthday, the whole birthday, y'all, and my moon. I be all in my moon energy getting it done. Plus, at this age that I am, my moon is abundant, like unstoppable. Okay, there's an age, there's a moon too. Y'all need to go to my workshops. I'll teach y'all. Live and thinking it. I could manifest fast by thought, and I can manifest fast by writing, thought and writing. Like, it's ridiculous, y'all, how fast the thoughts. But I have to be in my sun energy normally I have to be in my sun energy at the same time, or I have to be directly under the stars. Okay, I have to be normally it's like my time for manifesting is, okay, y'all, I can't say the time because I don't want nobody channeling my energy, But because there's a certain time, because I'm supposed to manifest through the help of angels. Like I have heard angel voices, and they're like real voices, like they're real voice, y'all. And angels, the elite angels, do not sound like, ooh, they don't sound like that. Their voices are deep, like a drum. The angels that straight from God, okay, that drop down, that come down, okay. They don't always come down to visit you. There's other ways they come to you, but that's another lesson, okay. But their voices are deep. They're so deep that it's a deepness that we can't even imitate. Like I try to do it, but it don't work. Like it's like, on very slow. They talk very slow. And the funny thing about it is it sounds slow to us, because by the time their voice gets to us, we're getting a delay with their voice, but they're really not talking that slow. But yeah, long as I am using my mediumship and in my mind, then an angel will help me to manifest. Okay. Normally it's an old angel. It has to be like a really old angel that's been an angel a long time. Like some of the ones that are for battles, or the battle angels are normally the ones that help me to manifest. You know, I guess that would be Michael, or one of them for battle. Michael's energy come to me a lot. Like he be even showing up in my oracle like Angel Michael. So, you know, he could be a battle angel. I think he protects the gates of heaven. So, obviously I might have been a battle angel before. I know I was an angel before. I know I was. Y'all go get a psycho tell you like, yeah, she was. I've actually had priests tell me, like, you don't know how powerful you are. I've had priests and ministers, like, stand in a room with me, and they're like, whoo, do you know how powerful you are? Your energy. And I say, I know. I know. I often have people touch me a lot without permission. Like, they'll go like this, or it'd be so weird, like, standing super close. It'd be wild, y'all. And I often, how I knew that I be having like real angels with me is because my throat chakra is always under attack. And old angels rule the throat chakra. Like, I don't know why, like when I started to figure it out, I'm like, my throat chakra always under attack. So I know I got angels with me. Yeah. Well, they constantly tell me when somebody's going to die. I'll always be told that. I was told my mother was going to die. I was told my father was going to die. I was told my friend's mother was going to die. I was told his best friend was going to die. I literally was on the phone with my friend, and if he was in this video, he'll tell you this is all true. I was on the phone with him, and his friend was a missing person, and he showed up, and I told him, I said, your friend is dead. I said, your friend is dead. He said, why you just come out talking about I have a friend that's dead? I said, you have a friend that's dead, and he's right there with you. I was on the phone, and all of a sudden this dead person showed up, and I said, he's right there with you. And his body is in some abandoned building, and he died of some sort of drug overdose, and he used to play the trumpet. I said, he played the trumpet or something. He said, oh my goodness, you talking about my boy. He said, I'm gonna have to check in on this. And then he called me back sometime later, and he said his body was found in an abandoned building, and sure enough, he died of some sort of drug. And my friend was like, "How did you know that?" I said, "Because he's literally standing right there with you." I was talking on the phone with my friend Kronk. If you watching Kronk, hi Kronk. I was talking on the phone with Kronk, and he was like, we were just talking, and all of a sudden I saw a dead person. He looked right at me, and I said, "Somebody, you got something. You got a dead person with you." And a couple times on the channel while I was talking to people, I said their grandma. I said their grandma name. I was talking to somebody in a live video on here, and I heard somebody say Jewel. I heard an old lady say, "My name is Jewel," and I'm somebody's grandma on here, and I said somebody's grandma here named Jewel, and then somebody in the chat said, "Hey, my grandma's name is Jewel," and I described the grandma, and they said that's how my grandma looked or whatever. They said that's my grandma, but she wasn't here. The way I see her is like she was here, but she was actually with them. I just seen her in the spiritual realm with my eyeballs, with my mediumship. Sometimes if I go a little bit too deep in my rest, I'll see in other people's metaphysical space, even though I'm not trying to. But if because I'm such a natural at deep meditation, I don't have to go long to see and see in the realm. It just happens sometime when I'm talking to people. Like I'll be sitting there talking to people and I'll rest for a minute, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, "Oh, I saw glimpses of their life or something." And then somebody dead near them will start talking or something like that. And it's real. I can teach it. I can teach. I can teach people how to meditate and access the other dimension while still conscious, without having to lay down and stuff like that. But that's for a different video. That's for a different video. It would be better if I was in a room with them, because I would be able to tell them whether they are doing it or they're close to doing it, and what they can do to keep doing it, and whatever. I manifest so fast, it's ridiculously fast. But I know a lot of ancient knowledge, a lot of ancient secrets about it. I know a lot, y'all. It's given to me all day, any day I ask. I don't ever have to worry about money. It's almost like I'm not manifesting. It's just like faded or something. I don't have to worry about not getting the opportunities that I need. Like, for example, I told y'all that I got a dentist bill, like a big fat dentist bill paid by an anonymous person at the clinic. They just went ahead and put my name into a grant or something. And it wasn't like I was like delinquent for a long time. I wasn't even delinquent on my bill. But the fact that I said this is going to get covered. I said, this is going to be covered. I said, I'm going to go ahead and pay on it, and it'll be covered. And then when I called, she said it was covered. I'm like, woo, child. I said, that was fast. I said, that was fast. I will know whatever I want to know about you. That's why I'm not somebody, I'll know without touching you. I'm just that good. I'm just that a natural at. Y'all see how my cat keep jumping on me? That's how attractive my energy is. Flicky, you can't keep jumping on me. I could look at you and I'll pick up all kind of things. I ain't gotta like try to tune. I don't even gotta touch. Your presence. I could do it over the phone. Just hearing your voice for a minute. Be like, I know things about you already. Okay, because I was an angel in a past life, I'm not so quick to judge. I'm not so critical. So I'm going to have quick access to your metaphysical space. See, a lot of people don't know, to have quick access to other people, you have to be totally free of fear of people when you're out here. You have to be extremely compassionate when you're out here in the world. A lot of people, they ain't deep down compassionate. They're not. They're so busy worried about proving their worth. They want everybody to know how powerful they are. Y'all know I don't even speak of my powers unless somebody bring the subject up and we talking about it. Other than that, I don't got shit to say about it. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't know why people feel like this is important to talk about when it really isn't. Okay? It really isn't. You know, the more you just be like, okay, I'm not talking about this, the more powerful you will become. Like when you talk about your powers, you walk the line, You start to walk the line of flipping into vanity and needing validation. When you say the world does not need to know about my power, I don't need to tell anybody. Then that's the true humbleness. That's the true depth. That's the real humble energy. You know, for example, I was on the phone with my friend, and I knew his mother died, and I knew that he knew that I knew. I knew this, but I didn't say nothing. I just went ahead talking, whatever. I didn't feel the need. Like, why do I need to tell him that I know that you know? I know that you know that I know that your mother died. Why do I need? Why? That's unnecessary. And he said, but he still deals with walking the line of vanity of needing validation for his powers. So he mentioned it. He said, he said, I know that you know that I know that my mother died. He said, I know that, and he said, I know you knew that my mother died. He said, you did know. I said, I knew that you knew that I knew. He said, oh, I said, but I wasn't going to say nothing. But since you're insisting on bringing this out and forcing me to talk about it, I guess I'll talk about it. But nobody in my life knows this. Like, I don't talk to people and friends about, or even family. You could be my bestie and you will never know how strong my powers are. You will never know what I know about you. You will never know that I'm knowing stuff about you when I'm talking about you. When I'm talking of you. When I'm talking on a phone with you. You will never know. Unless it's an unsolved mystery, like you got a dead friend and their body ain't found or something, then I might say something. Or it's a family member that's like determined to reach you on the other side. It's serious. I might say something. Other than that, I'm not saying nothing. I don't care if I saw that you lost your job, or that's none of my business. I don't really care.